JP.
I want
MJP.
I want my
MJP.
I want my
MJP.
Call your cable company and say I want my
MJP.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. See, that's the kind of stuff that gets edited out. See, welcome everybody to episode 11.
Do it again. Because I'm laughing too hard.
I don't even know what's going on.
Daddy had the mute mic.
See, I was afraid that was going to happen. That was,
the mic muted the whole time he was talking.
See, this is what happens when you're using the free version of StreamYard. you gotta jump through a bunch of hoops.
Oh goodness.
But
okay.
Everybody, welcome to episode 11 of Rock and Retro, or you can really kind of call it the rebranding, relaunch of it. And we're super excited to be bringing it to you guys. And of course, I am Mikey J Productions, or MJP, and
I'm Mrs. Mikey J Productions, or Jen.
I'm Gisela George, and this is Bendy.
Gisela, George, and Bendy.
And you can see Bendy's back there.
Yeah, we got another one. We got a couple more back
Bendy.
there on the arcade. But what's going to be fun about this show is we're going to be playing music live for everybody while we do some kind of gaming. I named the show Rock and Retro, but I'm not really, that's just kind of a broad term because it's kind of fun, But we'll play modern games, older games, anything in between. We're going to listen to music live, and so you're going to want to be here for the live show if you catch the music, to catch the actual rock part of the show. Because once the stream has concluded, I will be taking it down and taking the actual music out of it and re-uploading the following week at the same time, 10:30 p.m. Eastern on Friday evenings, and that will be the remixed version. So you can expect something every Friday night at that time. But before we get into it, please like, comment, subscribe, and all that good fun stuff. And tonight we're going to be playing some Lego The Hobbit on Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And so let's take a look at that.
Come my teeth on
about all the hiccups today. We're still working out all the kinks. You know, it's a process, and the actual live show itself is always going to be, you know, this is why, you know, it's gonna, the one that I re-upload, re-edited is gonna have all the kinks worked out of it, but you're gonna miss the actual music part. So that's one of the big things that we're doing here. But
missing the big smog part.
Let's go back and see if I can get
I
missed it. Boo.
Bad timing too.
Oh, we got Master Burglar though.
Boo.
Oh, here he goes.
There he goes.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
You didn't miss it. Oh no. Oh no.
There he
You
is.
can't jump.
Oh my.
I think you're Thrain.
That fire.
You're the king. You're Thorin
No,
Stad.
No, you're the king.
No, I'm Thorin. I'm Thorin Stad.
Yeah, I am.
You're Thorin Stad right now.
I
I got it.
got
I
it.
forgot you can't jump. Here you go.
You know what? So we're just going to go ahead and get started with... so now we're going to get into the actual entree of today's show, if you will. And that we're going to take a look back at the Ozzy album, Diary of a Madman. And I just want to start by saying that the two Randy Rhoads albums that Ozzy did are, in my opinion, absolute rock and roll royalty. They're just about perfect in every way. Every note and everything on them is just absolutely, you know, just a chef's kiss, just perfect. Randy Rhoads plays amazingly. So Diary of a Madman is the second studio album released by Ozzy Osbourne and the last studio album to feature guitarist Randy Rhoads and drummer Lee Kerslake. An alternate version appeared in 2002 with the original bass and drum parts removed and re-recorded. In 2011, a deluxe 30th anniversary was released with all original parts restored. To date, the album has sold over 3 million copies worldwide. And the album itself is just basically those two albums made by what people call the Blizzard of Oz band. And they are absolutely fantastic and not just heavy metal must-haves, even though I do feel that they are heavy metal must-haves. They're also just great rock records, period. And Randy Rhoads' guitar playing on there is some of the absolute best you will ever hear. And after I personally kind of, I don't want to say fell out of love for Ozzy and stuff for a while, but I mean, I guess I kind of did. I didn't listen to a lot of him the last X number of years, mostly since you've known me, honestly.
Yeah.
And
I've heard more of him since he has passed away than I think our whole relationship.
Yeah, and then once he passed away, it just kind of, you know, lit a fire within me to go back and listen to it a bit. And I'm not sitting here saying I'm the biggest Ozzy fan or anything like that, but I do think those two Blizzard of Oz albums are absolutely stellar. And, you know, if you ask me which one do I think is the better one, I would say that Blizzard of Oz, the first one, has the more hit songs that people would know. It's got Crazy Train on it. You know, you yourself have talked about Goodbye to Romance.
Yeah.
You're a big fan of that one.
I am a big fan of that one.
But I figured that is probably the more popular one of the two. So I wanted to start, you know, maybe we'll go back and do that album at a later date. But I wanted to start with Diary of a Madman because it's got more of the deeper cut songs, in my opinion, and they're still great songs. There's, you know, I still love every second of them. And so we're going to go ahead and listen to the full album, and we're going to start with a song that most people know from it. And let me just double check that we're going in the right order here. Yep. Over the Mountain. Over the Mountain is first. So obviously you've heard that song before, honey. But
Yes.
I mean, what are your thoughts on it?
I like that song. I've always liked that song. I've heard it before, so I've heard it multiple times.
That's definitely one you hear on classic rock radio,
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so let's see what is next. Oh, now the other big hit from the album comes in right next behind it. And I'm sure everybody will know this one again. And that is Flying High Again.
Oh, yeah.
And there is Ozzy with Flying High Again. Now, of course, you've heard that song.
Of course. I like that song.
Yeah, that's definitely... It's one of the best ones from the album, and you can see why it's, definitely... Even though Ozzy never really had, like, what you call hits, that's something that a lot of people don't realize. Like, none of his songs, even, like, Crazy Train and stuff, weren't, like, big, like, hits in the traditional sense.
Right.
But they were always rock radio hits, if you will. And so that one...
Oops. Sorry.
She's still playing the game.
I am. I'm listening. I'm talking.
You're fine. And so next up, this is a good one as well. You Can't Kill Rock and Roll.
I've heard it a lot lately.
She's heard it a lot, but before I started listening to it a lot,
I don't know that I could have. I know it's Ozzy because he has such a distinctive voice.
Right.
But I wouldn't have been able to name the song, or not that I can name most of them anyway. But
so, do you like that one?
I don't hate it.
You don't hate it?
It's not ear piercing.
It's not ear piercing.
I don't want to hear it 40 times a day.
40 times a day.
But no, I do like it. Yes.
And then next up, what's kind of interesting about this album is, I would say that those first three songs you would consider the hits, if you will, and the rest of them are all like the deeper cut songs. And so from here on out, wouldn't expect you, other than you've heard them lately with me, but
there are no more hits that I might know.
Yeah, and and next up we're gonna goes with Believer. That is Believer. What were your thoughts on that one, honey?
I don't know it, but I didn't hate it.
I like the sinister sounding.
It is like the yeah. Yeah.
I like that part.
Yeah, it's
good. It's basically every note Randy Rhoads plays on those two albums, and the live album, which we'll play some stuff on that eventually as well. But today we're just focusing on Diary of a Madman. So, and next up we have Little Dolls. Now, I'll be the first to say that this is my least favorite of not only the songs on this album, but I would go so far as to say of all the songs that Randy Rhoads and Ozzy did, this is probably my least favorite of the bunch. But having said that, I still enjoy it. It's just, it is the least memorable for me. So here we go. Let's do some Little Dolls. Where can I find you? Where are you?
Oh, whoops.
Oh, here. So that is Little Dolls. So what did you think about that one?
I don't know that I've ever heard that one, even though you have been giving me a whole bunch. I don't know. It was a good song.
It's fine, yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to turn it off, so.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't hurt your ears or
anything
like that.
Right.
It's just,
I don't know.
To me, everybody's different.
It's
but to
kind
me,
of forgettable.
Yeah, it's the most forgettable one on the album for me.
That's what I would think.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, but we follow it up with actually one of my favorites on the album. I'm a big fan of this song. I've always liked Ozzy's ballads ever since Changes. And this one, it's got that neoclassical guitar feel to it, and some of the sounds and stuff, they've become such stereotypical things of heavy metal. And I think this song definitely has some of that going on. And it is Tonight. Oh, that outro solo.
I like that one. I love that doom part. I can't get over that.
Doom,
It's
doom,
yeah.
doom, 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 doom.
Mhm.
That's one of my
probably-
favorite songs on the
Yeah.
album. And it really could be the album closer. It's such a good song. And to think that it's not is kind of interesting, because it feels like the end, and that outro solo that Randy Rhoads plays there, that's so far is my favorite solo on the album. As soon as it starts with the finger tap, and it's just it's glorious from then on.
I'll stick to my doom. I like that part.
And then next up we have, I don't know if it is called Sato or Sato or Sato. I never claimed to be the biggest Ozzy fan ever. I'm we're both wearing Guns N' Roses shirts here. But I will say that this is definitely one of the sleeper hits on this album for me. So much so that it's got this the kind of almost chugging-ish guitar sound that is such a big staple in heavy metal when you think about it. You'll hear it right away as soon as the song starts. To me, that sound kind of goes back to Achilles' Last Stand by Led Zeppelin. I can't think of anybody that kind of did that sound before Achilles' Last Stand. I mean, maybe, Children of the Grave, by Black Sabbath has a little bit of it as well. But that sound, to me, like bands like Iron Maiden and stuff, that's what a majority of their catalog is that kind of sound. And to me, it doesn't get any better than Sato,
whichever
way you want to go. Here we go. And there we go. It's Sato, Sato, whatever. And what are your thoughts on that one?
It
was just mid for you.
Yeah.
Just kind of mid.
I don't know that I heard anything that I was like, oh, that rocks, or I like that a lot.
Nothing blew you away.
No.
I like it.
So.
I'm a fan of that song.
No,
but I get it. Everybody's got their own, opinions, and it's all good.
At the end of the day, it's Ozzy. He's singing Ozzy.
Yeah.
There's not much of a change. But yeah, I did like the guitar, of course. You could tell the guitar is much better.
And so that's going to lead us to the final song of the album, and that is the namesake song, Diary of a Madman. And this is another slower one, and it is a great finale for the album as well. And, I'd almost say that the slow songs on this album almost stand out above the faster ones. And it's kind of, weird to say, because it's got Flying High Again on it. That's a pretty rocking song. But all the slower ones really are really good on this one. So now it is time for Diary of a Madman. So there's Diary of a Madman. So what did you think of that one, honey?
It fits the name. I've heard that one before, so yeah.
I've played that one quite a bit of late. That is another one from this album I like a lot. I go back and forth between which one I like better, between that one or Tonight.
I like Tonight better.
I think I do too.
Yeah.
I think I do too. But I like Diary of Madman a lot.
The way he sings the Tonight song, I like his voice in that one. I know Ozzy sounds like Ozzy, but it's a different way. It's prettier, if that makes sense.
It does.
Okay.
So which one would you say is your favorite from the album?
Oh no. You'll have to tell me them again.
Flying High Again. Here, I'll lead the. I'll go right on that. Over the Mountain, Flying High Again.
Over the mountain. Okay. I'm flying. Okay, I like that
You
one.
Can't Kill Rock and Roll.
That one I don't know.
Believer.
I don't know that one.
Little Dolls. Tonight.
Oh, see, I like Tonight.
Sato. Diary of a Madman.
Wow, that's a difficult one. The one I know the most is Flying High Again.
Yeah.
So I can probably like sing all that one, but I really like Tonight.
Yeah.
So I think I would go with Tonight as my favorite on the album.
Well, you like to say you're a deep cut kind of girl.
Is it a deep cut?
It is a deep cut.
That's so funny. I don't do it on purpose. I don't like to say, "Ooh, that's a deep cut. I'm gonna like it." But no, okay. Well, if that's that surprises me that it's a deep cut because But again, the way he sings it, it's one of the prettier ones.
Right.
But I do like. I would say Flying High Again is my next favorite, and then Over the Mountain.
Yeah.
With that would be.
Those would be your
Those
top
are the three. Yeah, top three. And then Diary of the Madman, probably the next one. The rest of them, I don't know them well enough to have an opinion on them. I barely know these well enough to have an opinion on them, but I would say those are the top three.
Well, there you have it. Those are her
My
picks.
top three.
Those are her top three from the album. It's hard for me to pick a top three.
What's your favorite one? See, you put the heat on me.
I
You can't
did.
even do it.
I did.
You gotta look at
I gotta
again.
look at the list again.
I know.
You gotta put Flying High Again on there, even though it's the quote unquote hit. I'm gonna go with Tonight and Diary of a Madman. I think
A number 2, huh?
Well, I think I would put Tonight number 1, Flying High Again number 2, and Diary of a Madman number 3.
Isn't that what I said?
Is it?
No, did I?
Dude.
No, I didn't do Diary of the Madman. Diary of the Madman was 4th.
You did Over the Mountain.
Over the Mountain was 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you see, I was like, this sounds like the same list I just did. But yeah, Diary of the Madman was 4th on my list. I think. You think Diary of the Madman's better than Over the Mountain? I can't stop singing Over the Mountain in my head.
Yeah, I mean, it's so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take me across the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's catchier.
It is.
It's catchier than Diary of a Madman.
I like how dark and you really feel the depth in the
madness.
The depth into the madness in Diary of a Madman.
You do, yes. I will say
like
that.
Well, that concludes our album spotlight on Diary of a Madman. Moving on to the next phase of the show. Take a little break. And while I'm taking a break, you're going to be watching some pinball action, listening to some more tunes. It's all still going on. The show must go on. So, yeah, we will be back. So let's get into some Pinball FX. But before we do that, somebody is watching now. Hello.
Hi. What were you? Sorry. 12:14. Are we late?
He said, Fausto Martinez says, "Can you guys upload the remake music video version of Chinese Democracy by Guns N' Roses with Slash Solo and Duff Baseline audio on YouTube soon?" I know you've been asking me for that for forever and a day. I'm sorry, man. There's been a lot of changes on the channel and everything.
Summertime is hard for us too. So
I'll
back in the swing of things.
I'll try to get to it for you, for you and you alone, my friend. So I will try to make that happen. But yeah. So time for some Pinball FX, and I put together. Well, I'll just let. No point in And so now we're going to switch gears off of rock and retro and move on to the second part of the show. And that is this brand new segment that I have concocted called the Sports Desk. And what we're going to be doing here is basically any kind of sports game that I've been playing. I'm going to be making content and putting it here for everybody on the channel. It could be, NBA 2K content, fight night, maybe some Madden, who knows? Maybe I'll bring out some retro stuff sometime, all that kind of just sports related content. Might even be doing some WWE stuff too. If I can talk my kid into it, he might be doing some stuff there. So it's just going to be a fun little outlet for stuff like that. And we are going to be starting with Fight Night Champion on the Xbox 360. Now, just as a little bit of a backstory, I did a Fight Night Champion simulation already on the channel. And I'll put a link into some of the more popular videos there. And what I was originally going to do was going to go all the way basically through the history of boxing. But the problem that, unfortunately I ran into is there's so much rich history of boxing, and to go year by year by year just was going to prove to be a little bit of an insurmountable task, if you will. And so, I'm putting that, aside and not going to do that anymore. And I'm we're going to be just kind of starting from the beginning. And I've come up with these divisions. I've come up with these different divisions, and there's different divisions for each weight class. There's going to be 3 different weight classes. We're going to have a heavyweight division, a middleweight division, and then a welterweight division. And the welterweight is basically, anybody that's a smaller size that can still fight a welterweight. And then the middleweight is going to be, basically middleweights and light heavyweights. And then the heavyweight is your light heavyweight, and cruiserweights will be in the heavyweight division. And in each division will have 4 belts, because we live in the era of the 4 championships. So we'll have the WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO. And they're going to all kind of be, era specific. But we needed to find out which each champion, of each division, and then we'll have the champions fight and come up with, a true undisputed champion and stuff like that. And, and have some real fun there, and kind of have the simulation be like that, where everybody's kind of in the pool of potential opponents at once, instead of just focusing on the 1920s like I was before. The 1920s will still be there, be a part of it, but will also be, we'll include the 80s, 90s, 70s, whatever have you. And so for this first episode, I wanted to start with the heavyweights and the WBC division, because this is going to be kind of like the 80s and 90s division. We'll be going for the WBC belt. And Tyson is my guy, and so I wanted to see if he can actually go through and win the heavyweight championship, the WBC belt. And so these are different tournaments, and you can see the WBC heavyweight championship tournament. We have Mike Tyson versus Michael Spinks, Tommy Morrison versus Razor Ruddock, Riddick Bowe versus Buster Douglas, George Foreman versus Frank Bruno. And whoever comes out on top of this tournament will be the inaugural WBC heavyweight champion. And so this is going to be exciting, and let's see how it's all going to go down. And our first fight of the evening, we have Michael Spinks going up against Iron Mike Tyson. And you see Michael Spinks, he's coming in kind of nervous. You know, he did fight Tyson in real life and it didn't go his way. And here comes Iron Mike coming to the ring, and he is definitely confident and ready to go. He is not worried about this matchup whatsoever. He dispatched of Michael Spinks rather easily and feels confident he can do it again. Here the two men meet in the middle of the ring, and Spinks definitely looks nervous going up against Tyson yet again. And here Tyson comes out in the first, jumping right on him, looking to land the big shot. Spinks backs him up a bit, and here Tyson comes in, trying to land the big shot, missing there. And then here he comes missing another big shot, going down to the stomach, nothing there. Another big shot down low. And there, got Spinks up against the ropes. And Spinks is able to fight his way off of the ropes. Here the two men meet out in the middle of the ring, and that is the end of the first round. And then we're going to move on to the second round now. And here, two men trading shots. And Tyson lands a big body shot, backs Michael Spinks up, backed up against the ropes. He got him in the corner, looking to land the big hook. He's unable to land it, and Spinks is able to get out of that one. And here he comes. Spinks is fighting him off, and then a big shot by Tyson, and he's getting him down there, getting him, backing him up. There's a big right hand, and down goes Spinks. Look at that shot right there, right on the button. Big straight right hand, and it just cripples Michael Spinks. And the ref begins the count now. And we're moving ahead to the fourth round now. You can see on Teddy Atlas' scorecard, they have Mike Tyson up 29-27. And here he's backing Michael Spinks up, lands a big right hand, knocks him back, trying to set him up for the big shot. Can he do it? Trying to come in and land it. And there he's unable to, and he's dodging in and out, in and out, in and out. And there's a big left hook, and knocks Spinks with a big right hand, left uppercut, and down goes Spinks yet again. Big right hand, and down he goes. Spinks is down. Hey, Papa Brad, what's up, man? Welcome to the show. And now we're going to move ahead to round number 5. And there, a big body shot, and Michael Spinks is backed up, and Tyson's coming in, looking to land the shot. Got him up against the ropes, trying to set him up, working him around, and Spinks is able to survive that. We move ahead to the 6th round now. And here you can see Tyson coming in, just trying to set him up, land the big shot to be able to end this with one big shot. Just kind of setting him up, uppercut after uppercut. And there, he's working it. There's a big right hand, body shot, and down goes Spinks yet again. And this has got to be it. Look at that body shot there, just taking him down. And like Papa Brad said, smash that leg, and that is it. Michael Spinks is out. He did better in the tournament than he did in real life, but not enough. Iron Mike Tyson is advancing to round 2 here. But of course, in this tournament, all fighters are in their primes. This is Iron Mike Tyson versus the field to see what's going to happen here in the WBC division. And there's a look at the scorecards, and Tyson was ahead by 3 points on all scorecards. So there you go. Mike Tyson is advancing, and you look at the punch stats. Tyson knocked down Spinks 3 times. And now we're going to move on to the next fight, and it is Tommy the Duke Morrison going up against Donovan Razor Ruddock. And these two men did meet in real life, and Tommy Morrison did come out on top. And so he comes into this fight rather confident, looking to advance here in the tournament. And here comes Razor Ruddock. This is, like I said before, prime opponent. And as such, Razor Ruddock is in peak form. And he's looking to get some revenge on Tommy Morrison in this one. The two men come out and meet in the center of the ring. Tommy's looking confident. So is Razor Ruddock. And let's go. Right at the start of the fight, the two men come out, trading shots. Big hands being thrown here right at the start of the fight. These men are not saying hello. They're how to get to know you at all. Just coming, ready to throw down. And here's Tommy coming in and body shots. And look at the big hooks there by the Duke. Coming, looking to land the big hook. Tommy Morrison was known for his hooks, and he's throwing them here. And then we move a little bit ahead. And there's a huge left hand by Razor Ruddock. And that is it, folks. One shot ends the night just like that. Tommy Morrison's not getting up. One big left hook. There it was. And that is it. Tommy Morrison is done. One punch knockout win for Razor Ruddock in this one. He's moving on to round two. And this is a big win for him. And it's going to set up a rematch against Iron Mike Tyson that he's very much looking forward to. And here it is. First round crushing knockout for Razor Ruddock. And now we're going to move ahead to the next fight. And we got Big Daddy Riddick Bowe going up against James Buster Douglas. A couple of big heavyweights here. And here comes Riddick Bowe coming into the ring looking confident. He is one of the favorites here in the tournament to win it all. And here comes Buster Douglas. Just like in real life, he comes into the tournament as a huge underdog. How well can he perform here? But again, this is prime Tokyo Douglas we're talking about in every fight here. This is not weak sauce Buster Douglas whatsoever. We're going to move ahead now to round number two. And there the two men go, throwing big shots back and forth. Riddick Bowe's back Douglas up into the corner. He's got him up against the corner, trying to set up the big shot, trying to end this early, trying to get the clean shot in. Is unable to get the clean shot so far. And then here Douglas is able to get up off the rope. And then he lands a big shot and knocks Riddick Bowe back. And Riddick Bowe is on his heels. And here comes Buster coming in, trying to land the big shots both ways, coming back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And we're going to move ahead now to round number three. And here, big shots coming from both men. Buster's getting backed up against the ropes, and he's able to fight on out. Two men trading shots back and forth. And then here, Riddick Bowe's backed up into the corner a bit. And Buster's looking to land the shot, and Riddick Bowe's able to come out and survive that corner onslaught. We'll move ahead to the fourth round now. And here on Teddy's scorecard, you can see Buster Douglas is pulling off the upset here, winning all three first rounds thus far. And here a big uppercut knocks Buster Douglas down. There it was, right underneath the arm, right on the chin, and down goes Buster. Does he have the heart, the mental fortitude, and the drive and desire to get up and continue on? Yes, he does. We're going to move ahead to the fifth round now. And here both men coming out, standing, trading in the middle of the ring. And big left hook by Riddick Bowe and knocks Buster Douglas back, trying to set him up for the big shot. Will he be able to get it? Will he be able to land it, pull it off? Only time will tell. And there he is able to fend him off. And there another big shot knocks Buster back. He's up against the rope, getting back up into the corner. Riddick Bowe's trying to set up, land the big shot, and can Buster survive yet again? Another onslaught by Riddick, Big Daddy Bo, and yes, he is able to fend him off. The two men are fighting in the middle of the ring, and there a big shot by Buster, and down goes Bo. There it is, big straight right hand, catches Bo while he's dipping down, and there knocks him right down. Huge big shot by Buster, and it's slipping away for Big Daddy Bo here in this one. I'll move ahead to the 6th round. And here, another big shot by Buster, a big left hook, and cripples Riddick Bo. Absolutely crushes him. That big left hook there. Can Bo survive this? And the ref begins the count. He's struggling to get back to his feet, but he's able to get up at the count of 4. And then we're going to move ahead, and then a big right hand and crush Riddick Bo. He's backed up into the corner, barely surviving. Can he make it out? And no, he can't. Body shot knocks him down. He's down yet again. There it is, the body shot right underneath the guard, right into the left rib there, and down goes Bo. And that is it. The ref has seen enough. He calls it off, and that is it. James Buster Douglas, Tokyo Douglas, pulls off a huge upset against Riddick, Big Daddy Bo. Nobody would have thought it. Nobody could have seen it coming. And once again, Buster Douglas pulls off the upset and is moving on in the tournament. And there's a look at the scorecards, and Buster Douglas was up on all 3 scorecards. What a fight by Buster. He's definitely a serious contender here in this tournament. Now we're going to take a look at the punch stats, and Buster was able to knock down Riddick 3 times, and Riddick only got him down once. And now we're going to move ahead to the next fight of the evening, where we got Big George Foreman. This is old George Foreman going up against Frank Bruno. George Foreman is one of 2 fighters that are actually, there's 2 versions here in the tournament. So there's a young George Foreman and an old George Foreman, and this is, of course, the older version. And he's going up against Frank Bruno, the pride of England, Frank Bruno. And let's see who's going to come out on top in this one. 2 men meet out of the center of the ring. You got to think George Foreman's got to be the favorite in this one. And here they come, trading shots. Both men trying to land big shots back and forth. Foreman lands a big right hand, looking to land the early knockout. And Bruno is back on his heels, trying to survive here in the first round. And they're back and forth, and then Foreman's trying to land another big shot, and he missed an uppercut, another big uppercut, and there Bruno with the big shot. There it is. Big right hand, counter punch, catches Big George Foreman straight on, and down goes Foreman. And he's struggling to get back up to count 4. And now we're moving ahead to the 2nd round. And here's Foreman trying to hold on. Bruno's coming on the offense, and there Foreman lands a big left hook, and he's got Bruno on his heels. He's trying to land the big uppercut, charging in on him, coming in, and been unable to get him down. We'll move ahead to the 3rd round now. And there Foreman's up against the rope, and both men are throwing big shots back and forth, and neither's really a big left uppercut, and down goes Foreman yet again. Frank Bruno is preparing to pull off a huge upset here, and then he does. The ref has seen enough. Huge left uppercut has ended Big George Foreman's title chances here in the WBC division. And look at that. Frank Bruno pulls off the upset, and he is moving on in the tournament where Big George Foreman is not. What a fight. What a win for the pride of England, Frank Bruno here in this one. And then take a look at the scorecards. And Bruno was ahead on the scorecard, but it was still a relatively close fight here in this one. But yeah, it doesn't matter because he got the third round knockout. So, that's all that matters to him. And so now let's move ahead and take a look at the punch stats. And 2 knockdowns for Frank Bruno and none for Big George Foreman. He's throwing those power shots, but he was missing, and the counter traps were coming through. Now let's take a look at the tournament. You can see Mike Tyson and Razor Ruddock are set to fight, as is Buster Douglas and Frank Bruno. 2 upsets that no one saw coming are getting ready to battle. And now we're going to start with the fight that everybody's looking forward to. Iron Mike Tyson versus Donovan Razor Ruddock. This is the 3rd fight between these 2 men. The first 2 ended with Tyson winning both fights. And so he comes into this one rather confident because, again, this is prime Mike Tyson we're talking about here. No flaws in his game whatsoever. He is like a savage pit bull ready to explode at anybody in front of him. And here comes Razor Ruddock, and he comes into this one feeling extremely confident. He's able to get the revenge knockout win over Tommy the Duke Morrison in the last one. So he's coming in feeling good. The 2 men meet in the center of the ring, and Tyson stares him down. But Ruddock is ready to go. He's not showing any fear here. At the start of the fight, Tyson charges him, but a big hand is landed by Razor Ruddock and knocks Tyson back right at the start of the fight. Could Tyson be upset early in this one? He's able to survive that, and then here he's coming in, landing the shots here on Ruddock, just trying to chop him down. Ruddock against the ropes, and that's the end of the first round. Now we're going to move ahead to the 3rd round now. And here Tyson's coming in, nice uppercut, missed the big overhand right, and Ruddock's able to fend him off. Good defense by Ruddock. Huge left hook and right hand, and down goes Tyson. Another upset could be in the works here. Look at that straight right hand right through the peekaboo defense, and down goes Iron Mike Tyson. And now Tyson's in an unfamiliar position. He doesn't like him when he is in the receiving end. And here Ruddock's coming in, thinking he's going to land the big shot, and there he does another huge left uppercut. Mike Tyson is in trouble early in this one. And here Ruddock is coming in, looking to end Mike's night early, and Tyson is on the defense, backing up in a place he doesn't like to be. And now we move ahead to the 4th round, and we look at the scorecards, and Teddy Atlas has Donovan Ruddock up 29-27 in this one. And here the Tyson's up against the ropes. Ruddock's trying to land the body shot, and Mike's not having any of it. And there's a huge left uppercut out of nowhere. And look at that. Ruddock didn't see it coming. And that's the speed and power of Mike Tyson on display right there. Ruddock got carried away, and he got caught for being cute. And there, ref begins the count, and he's able to get back up. And now we're going to move ahead to the 5th round now. And here, Ruddock's still trying to land the big body shots. Tyson's still trying to land the uppercut. And shot landed by Tyson, knocks Ruddock back. And there, another huge left uppercut. And down goes Ruddock yet again. It's those left uppercuts that people don't see coming, that Tyson is the master of. And they're able to crush Ruddock there with that one. And there the ref begins the count. And Ruddock is struggling to beat the count. And he can't beat the count. And look at that huge comeback knockout win for Iron Mike Tyson. We can't question his championship resolve with this victory. He was able to get up off the mat and come from behind and get the victory. And he is moving on to the championship round. And there it is on the scorecard. Both men were tied on the judges' scorecards all around. What a fight there. What a performance by Iron Mike Tyson to get this victory. And look at the judges, look at the punch stats. Tyson was able to get 2 knockdowns, and Ruddock only got him down once. And now we're going to move ahead to the next fight. And here we have Frank Bruno going up against James Buster Douglas for a chance to fight Mike Tyson for the WBC Heavyweight Championship. And here comes Bruno, the pride of England, looking confident, looking ready. He's not scared of Buster Douglas. But here comes Buster. He knows this is Tokyo Douglas that we're dealing with here. This isn't no run-of-the-mill, not taking it seriously, Buster Douglas in this fight. The two men come out and meet in the center of the ring. And let's go. And here in the first round, huge, big right hand by Bruno. Backs up Douglas. Douglas is up against the ropes. And Bruno's trying to set him up for the big shot. Is unable to land it. We move ahead to the third round now. And there's a big shot trading back and forth by the two men. A huge right hand by Douglas knocks Bruno back. He's going up against the ropes, fighting for survival, and he's able to fight him off and move ahead to the fourth round now. And here on Teddy's scorecard, Buster Douglas has won all three of the first 3 rounds according to Teddy Atlas. And there, a big right hand by Bruno. He's got Douglas up against the ropes, trying in like anything to get Douglas down in this one. And he's unable to do it there. Now we're moving ahead to the 5th round now. And here the two men in a huge right uppercut stuns Douglas, backs up, and Bruno's trying to set up the big shot, trying to finish him. He's unable to do it. Now we'll move ahead to the 6th round now. And here Douglas is backed up into the corner, and he hits him with a big straight right and a body shot, and down goes Bruno. He slumps over, down to the mat. Look at that shot. Coming great dead center, and down goes Bruno. Slumped down hell hard. And now the ref begins the count, and Bruno is able to get back to his feet. Now move ahead to the 7th round now. The two men, and they're a big shot by Bruno. Backs Douglas up. He's trying to get the shot. Coming back and forth, back and forth. And there he is. Then two men in the center of the ring, and Douglas lands a surprise shot, knocks Bruno on his heels. He's got him up against the rope, trying to get the knockdown, and Bruno is fighting him off yet again. What a fight we had here tonight for a chance to fight for the heavyweight championship in WBC. And two men trading back and forth, and neither man is giving in a huge left by Douglas. Got Bruno in the corner, and the left uppercut, and down goes Bruno. There it is. Look at that uppercut right in between the guards, like in the corner. Down goes Frank Bruno. And the ref begins the count, and Bruno struggling to get back up, but he's able to get up and move ahead to the 8th round now. And there it is. James Buster Douglas is well out ahead according to Teddy Atlas' scorecard. And the two men are out in the center of the ring. And then Bruno lands a big right and knocks Douglas back. He's got him backed up against the corner. He's got to set him up with the right big shot to get Douglas out of here if he wants to win this fight. He's not going to win it on the scorecard. Move ahead to the 9th round now. And there, a big right uppercut and knocks Douglas back into the corner. Bruno gets him in the stomach, and down goes Douglas. Frank Bruno is making another comeback. He's not done yet. Down goes Douglas. What a fight we have here. And the ref begins the count, and Buster Douglas is struggling to get back up. Can he get up? He's back up, and then Frank Bruno jumps right on back in the corner yet again. He's trying to set him up for the big shot. Now Douglas lands a shot, and a right uppercut, and down goes Bruno. Oh, I've turned yet again. Look at that right uppercut by James Buster Douglas. Down goes Bruno. And the ref begins the count yet again. And here, Bruno's struggling to get back up, and he's able to get back up on the count of 9. Move ahead to the 10th and final round. And here, big left shot by James Buster Douglas. Look at that counter left hook right there. Crushes Frank Bruno. And in the 10th and final round, that's gotta be it. The ref has speed enough. And a 10th round knockout in the final round for James Buster Douglas. He's moving on to fight Iron Mike Tyson for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. And yes, it was a lights out knockout. And here is a look at the scorecard. You can see Buster Douglas was up pretty convincingly on all three official scorecards. So great performance by him. And then look at the punch statistics. 4 knockdowns for Buster Douglas, only 1 for Frank Bruno. So that's the tail of the tape there. And now we get a final look at the championship tournament. The rematch everybody's always wanted. Iron Mike Tyson versus James Buster Douglas for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. And there it is. The belt is on the line. The rematch of the century. Everybody has wanted to see, can Mike Tyson get his revenge? Buster Douglas comes into this one still as the underdog, but feeling extremely confident. He's beat Mike before. He could beat him again. He knows he's got the tools to get it done. But here he comes, Iron Mike Tyson. He's not playing in this one. He looks like he's all serious business. The heavyweight championship of the world is on the line, and Mike knows it. And he has come fully prepared to do whatever it takes. And here comes James Buster Douglas with a record of 2-0 with 2 wins by knockout. James Buster Douglas. And here's Iron Mike Tyson, also with a record of 2-0 with 2 knockouts. And here he is, the baddest man on the planet, Iron Mike Tyson. And here they meet in the center of the ring. Mike looks him straight in the eyes. Douglas is not nervous. And at the start of the fight, here the two men are in the middle of the ring. And Mike's trying to set him up. Look at them big shots, trying to land the body shots. Buster's up against the ropes. He's able to get out. And now he's out in the center of the ring. And he's using his height to try to fend Mike off. But Mike is quick. He's quick on his feet and with his hands. And then he got up against the ropes, and now we move ahead to the second round now. And here comes Mike trying to set him up, land the big shot. He's got Buster up against the ropes. He's getting in hooks. He's getting in uppercuts. Buster's in trouble. He doesn't want to stay here. Mike's got him right where he wants him. And he's able to fend him off and get back into the center of the ring. And there, the two men are trading. And Buster hit with a huge left uppercut by Iron Mike Tyson. And down goes Douglas here in the second. Look at that uppercut. Mike caught him once again. And down goes Douglas. But he's able to get back up relatively easy. We move ahead to the third round now. And here, Douglas is up against the ropes yet again in a big right hand by Tyson. Douglas is trying to hold on. Tyson stalking him, trying to land the big shot, and Douglas is able to fight him off and move ahead to the fourth round now. And here, according to the scorecards, Teddy's got Mike Tyson up by 4 points here early on, and Tyson backed him up against the ropes. There's a big left uppercut. Douglas is backed up on his feet, and he's backing him up against the ropes. Tyson's looking to land a big shot. Douglas trying to survive at this point, and there he is, and there's a huge left hook and a right hand, and down goes Douglas yet again. There it is, right hook, right on the button. Douglas left himself wide open. Tyson took advantage. Down goes Buster Douglas. The ref begins the count yet again, and Douglas can't get up, and it is over. Knockout win for Iron Mike Tyson here in this one. Huge win. He wins the WBC Heavyweight Championship, and he gets revenge against James Buster Douglas. So he is the first champion of our boxing simulation. And there's a look at the scorecards. Mike was out ahead on all three judges' scorecards, completely dominating this fight. And there's a look at the punch stat. 2 knockdowns for Tyson, none for Douglas, and 40 power shots by Mike Tyson. And there he is, our WBC Heavyweight Champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson. He is reigning over this division yet again, and he is the first champion in our boxing simulation. How long will Iron Mike be able to hold on to his championship? Only time will tell, but he means business when he's the champion. But who will his first #1 contender, his first title defense be? It'll either be one of these 4 men, and this will be the WBC #1 contender tournament. But look, our next tournament we're going to be holding is the WBA Heavyweight Championship Tournament, and this is our 70s division, 60s and 70s. So will Muhammad Ali win the WBA Heavyweight Championship? Only time will tell there. Well, there it is, everybody. That is episode 1 of the Sports Desk. And there you saw Iron Mike Tyson was able to get the WBC Heavyweight Championship. But as I said there, he's going to have to go through either Lennox Lewis or probably Evander Holyfield will be his first title defense. And will he be able to truly reign over his division and his era like he did in real life? Only time will tell. But we are moving on next to the WBA Heavyweight Championship division, and that is the 60s and 70s. So that's the Muhammad Ali era, and that will be on the next episode of the Sports Desk. So stay tuned for that, everybody. But overall, this is going to wrap our first episode of Rock and Retro and the Sports Desk and everything. It's been a long night here. We started at 10:30 p.m. and it is just after 2 a.m. And so it's been a long day of streaming. And so I'm ready to sign off. Thanks for coming and hanging out, everybody. Appreciate it. And we will be seeing you guys all again soon. But I'm going to be doing this bi-weekly because of the situation with the music. Actually, to be honest, YouTube already made me pull down the first half of tonight's stream because of all the music. So I was going to pull it down anyways. So, that doesn't really bother me. So I'm going to be pulling this stream down as well. And then I'm going to be cutting out chunks. And then I'm going to put up a re-edited version without all the music next week. So next week will be the replay of the show, the remix version. And then, so 2 weeks from tonight will be the next episode. So thanks, Brad, for coming and hanging out. And everybody else that showed up tonight, have a great night. And I'll be seeing you guys all again soon. Take care, everybody.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, we got merch store. If you want to take a little piece of the show with you, you can get it right here. We got everything. You want some Mikey J stuff? We got the Mikey J Productions for you. So take a chance and stop by. We'll take care of you.